So here it is, YouTube. I'm Roadhawk Wilson, welcoming you into my home, and today we're going to be discussing part 2 of how awesome the Boruto manga actually is right now. And with that, I'll see you guys in a sec. So here it is, YouTube. I'm Roadhawk Wilson, and today we're discussing how awesome the Boruto manga is, and I'm going to try to do this as spoiler-free as possible, focusing on the artwork, the dialogue, and the overall storytelling in the story. Now, first and foremost, I have to say that the artwork is stellar right now. It is improved dramatically, it's simplified, but at the same time, it has been phenomenal. And those of you who have been longtime fans of this channel know that Boruto is close to my heart, but at the same time, the mangas and the anime that can focus on artwork and help that tie into the dialogue and storytelling without excessive fan service are my favorites, because I honestly think that, while fan service is not a bad thing, it can be incredibly distracting and pull away from the story horribly. And right now Boruto is focusing on intense battles that are showcasing wonderful artwork. The villain has been buffed up to look way better than he used to, and ultimately, moving into the storytelling, the last several chapters, the last 20 chapters, have improved dramatically from where we were with Boruto to where we're going. This is a manga that is being redeemed with every chapter, and ultimately, even though the dialogue is hurting the story a bit, we are being given incredibly vital information that will pull into the story later and ultimately give us a more cohesive understanding of the main story villain, which has been one of the big questions within Boruto, and we're finally getting the answer for that. Ultimately, this is tying together to create a graphically amazing story, one that needs to work on its dialogue box. It's kind of like Jinbei in One Piece, and this is not to hate on Jinbei. I love Jinbei, he's one of my favorite One Piece characters, but at the same time, every time he seems to pop up, he seems to give about 20 word bubbles that are like paragraph long on what's going on in the world of One Piece, which is important, but it hurts his character in my opinion, because it detracts often from who he is and his importance to the Straw Hats. At the same time, that dialogue is important because we need to know these points, and it's the same thing with comic books in the West. It happens sometimes, and it's necessary for that dialogue to occur, because sometimes that's the only way to get information out, get the exposition out. Now, at the same time, the storytelling is moving in a great direction, and I really have been kind of sidewinded by some of the details that have gone on. I don't want to say what, because I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but ultimately, the storytelling is working brilliantly with the artwork, and with Sasuke and Naruto being in center focus of the story, but still being secondary characters to the main function, they are still being given a lot of love and a lot of attention, and I think that is great. And ultimately what a lot of fans want, especially because their most recent fight, which again really caused a lot of anger in a lot of people's eyes. However, ultimately, this story on just these 3 bases is excelling and doing a brilliant job. Yes, they can improve the dialogue, but even stories like My Hero Academia, One Piece, and so many others have had a lot longer to exist and get their storytelling down, and now that Boruto is getting this and is becoming such an amazing manga, I am so excited for that. With that, guys, I'm Roadhawk Wilson saying keep up the nerd stuff. Also, stay healthy and be healthy in these times of crisis. And I will see you guys in another video.